Welcome, everybody, to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Touchdown! Tyler Higbee. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Barkley, a 1st down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. 6-0 our score after 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a give to Barkley. Barkley, a 1st down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Defensive Player of the Year a season ago, Aaron Donald, the one to stop him in his tracks. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now left side on the swing pass. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Akers hit, he coughs it up, and the Giants have it, it's picked up, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Running left, it's Barkley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. A handoff to Barkley. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down to Barkley on the check down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Stafford's throw taken in here by Jackson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. Give them 18 on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again is Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing is Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Keon Crossan.
And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
8 yards to go on second down.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Off the play fake. Jones escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Saquon Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught.
And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
A give the first man through. Gillespie of the fullback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Here's a sneak with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. This one to the left to Higbee.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Stafford looks to throw again. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Touchdown, L.A. Deshaun Jackson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with Barkley. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. On second down, here's Barkley. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Jones now off the play fake. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another try for Barkley. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. To this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Jackson now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Jackson now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Rams take over the first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
2nd and 10, Stafford again.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. That's caught by Golladay. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Golladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.